After watching Netflix's new horror comedy, It's What's Inside, fans should check out an underrated Kathryn Newton slasher movie that will keep them laughing through every scare. It's What's Inside follows a group of friends who decide to play a mafia-inspired game where they switch their brains into different bodies and have to guess who's who. Like all good movies, something goes horribly awry, leaving the characters panicking about what to do. Given It's What's Inside's fantastic soundtrack, humorous premise, and bold color scheme, it's no surprise that the movie has done well. Since its Netflix release, the horror movie has skyrocketed to number 7 on Netflix's top 10 list. Even though the storyline sounds relatively new, it might shock fans to know that It's What's Inside is far from the only great horror movie in the past 5 years to use the body swap plot device. The 2024 movie is a great reminder to watch a body swap slasher movie from 4 years ago that should have gotten more praise and attention. It's What's Inside is the best body swap horror movie since Freaky. The body swap horror continues the trend of great movies in the subgenre. While body swap movies are a well-regarded staple of Hollywood, the horror genre has produced some of the worst movies in the subgenre. Most of the decent horror body swap movies, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1978, lean further into sci-fi than horror. One of the first unquestionably good body swap horror movies was the 2017 Oscar-winning film Get Out. Since then, the subgenre has started to thrive. The two best horror movies with this motif since the Jordan Peele film are Freaky and It's What's Inside. Freaky follows a 17-year-old girl named Millie Kessler, played by horror star Kathryn Newton, who swaps bodies with a serial killer called the Blissfield Butcher, played by Vince Vaughn. She only has 24 hours to switch back, or it will be permanent. As a slasher film, Freaky is chock-full of hilarious gore scenes, and it plays with horror cliches in a way that will feel fun and fresh to genre fans. Freaky also incorporates comedy into its body-swapping horror story. Freaky and It's What's Inside are just as funny as they are tense. Millie holding a chainsaw in Freaky. With Freaky's top-notch cast, it's no surprise that the movie is just as funny as it is scary. Both Kathryn Newton and Vince Vaughn have led fantastic comedy films. Because of the script, the visuals, and the cast skills, Freaky is considered a perfect example of how to make a horror comedy. The movie strikes the right balance between the two genres, with some comedic moments being frightening and some scares leaning into shock humor. It's What's Inside also finds a solid balance between horror and comedy, not taking itself too seriously at any point. One of the funniest moments in the 2024 movie is the deaths of Ruben and Brooke, which fully rely on shock humor. Based on their similarities in premise and tone, fans of Freaky will probably enjoy It's What's Inside and vice versa.